Welcome back to the channel. Today it's another 2025 M5, and believe it or not, model year 26 is just around the corner for the G90 M5. Production begins in March. Ordering and pricing guides have been pushed to dealers, and there are really no changes on it other than the availability of a couple more leather interiors. But we'll begin up front with our G90. So daytime running lights, basically from the base G65 series. So quotation marks, the dual headlight design. There are shadowline lights as well, plus a cornering light there. Moving to the grille, we have the M5 badging, outlined in silver. Horizontal kidney slat, there's only two of them really. We got the parking assistance camera there. Strangely on the driver's side, usually it's in the middle, although we've now seen it on either kidney grille. We have the illuminated M kidney grille as well. Down below, we have our very large intakes. Now, I've shown on a previous video, you can basically fit a adult human head in that intake. It's really exposed. And is it a danger? Not sure, but maybe something to be wary of, or at least aware of. Sensors are here, and that includes driving assistance Plus, which basically is active cruise control, which you can order on the car, or Driving Assistance Pro, which this car does have. Now, it does have Driving Assistance Pro, but it does not have the highway assistance. So strangely enough, despite it being on the donor vehicle, if you will, the G60 base, what this car is based upon, it does not have it on the M5. It's also not on the X5M or X6M. It is on the XM though. So on the side, we've got style 951Ms, bicolor in design. I think my go-to wheel of the basically two designs. One's in all black, this one's bicolor, and a very busy style 952Ms that you've probably seen before on the pre-production M5s. We also have the compound brakes with the red calipers, and first time we've seen these ones, Pirelli P0s on the new M5. Now, there's another tire available from Michelin that was on the pre-production models that I had seen, and it's Michelin Pilot Sport S5. I think that's the way to say it. It's not 5S. All right, here is the side profile of the new G90. Now, of note, in comparison to the G60 chassis, this car is wider front and rear. There's a lot of pronounced real arches on this thing. So a first for the M5, because you think about the previous generations of the M5, they were very sort of stealthy ones. If you knew what to look for, you could tell it was an M5, but it was the same body. There's no exaggeration of the fenders. And this is the first time it's happened on the M5. Now, Hofmeister kink, if you will, with the M5 badging there. There's that rear three-quarters view of Marina Bay Blue, which if I recall correctly, began on the X5M and X6M and was on the previous generation M5, also available on the M8, and also available as an individual color as well. So out back, you can see this very large carbon fiber spoiler. So that's part of the carbon package. We get you not only the spoiler here, but the roof, as well as the wing caps. Now, why would you want to get the carbon fiber package? One, weight saving. So, to get the carbon fiber roof, obviously you have to get the package. It's going to save you approximately, I think it's 66 pounds from the normal panoramic glass panel that you would get on a non-optioned M5. And we have M5 badging in black that's outlined in silver. I think a really good touch. Those real slim tail lights. And then a broken up diffuser, high gloss black, plus the quad exhaust. I believe they are 4 inches in diameter, so slightly larger than before. And then, strangely, your reversing light all the way down there. So unusual, of course. Because if you're really close, you won't be able to see someone backing into you. And there's the rear three-quarters view out of direct sunlight. Very good looking blue. I don't think BMW really misses with any of the blues that are made available. But we're going to make our way inside, go over pricing and options on this plug-in hybrid M5. There's those carbon fiber mirror caps, and then the plug-in hybrid door there. So we've had this color on the channel before, obviously with the Isle of Man green. Now we've got Silverstone or Silverstone on the Marina Bay Blue M5. Door card, we got merino leather here, hard rubberized plastic up here. We got sort of like some of a mesh thing that you've seen on X3 as well. And you got your light bar here, plus we got the memory positions for the seats, a button here to get you access to the seating menu, and buttons, basically black plastic. Lower portion door card, scratchy black plastic as well. Then we got the new seats. So it's only available with this seat design. So we got the head restraint, which can raise and lower, of course. M5 badging that lights up. But I'd say pretty comfortable seat. Of course, I haven't done long hauls in this car, only just around town a little bit, but they feel really comfortable. But you also have black leather, Silverstone leather, and some piping in black. You do have a crumb catcher here. Now, the control is done through the iDrive menu, not down here on the seat. You have just controls here for lumbar support, position of the seat, and the backrest, and head restraint up and down. You got M5 badging on the dorsal, also outlined in silver. Nice touch. All right, so here is the new M steering wheel, flat bottom steering wheel across most of the BMW lineup now. We've got M badging, we've got M stitching, controls over here for cruise control and assisted driving, gigantic M1 and M2 buttons, and then this cover here, obviously in leather. And then your shift paddles, I would prefer carbon fiber, but they look okay, but plastic, of course. The stripe at the 12 o'clock in red. In front of me, iDrive 8.5, the M version in M mode Sport. Now, car hasn't been charged yet after PDI, so that's why it's letting you know that you should charge the battery there. Then you have the heads-up display. And then dashboard, it's like a rubberized plastic, not too coarse. Then you got the rest of the curved display here. And then your light bar and vent controls and that carbon fiber interior trim with some, I think it's silver accent. Vent controls from the 7 Series, of course also the regular 5 Series. Closed, open, and then controls for where the air is blowing are down here. Then you've got wireless charging pad only on this side here. This one does nothing. We got the cups. We got the cup holders, USB-C charging ports. And then center console area. You have the red start-stop button, drive selector nub, first for BMW M. And we got the iDrive controller with that laser etched M in there. I think it's a really nice touch. Then we've got the volume controls and then all your other buttons here to access things like setup, driving settings, M hybrid, and M mode. All right, starting price, the 2025 M5 is $119,500. Paint and leather are included. Driving Assistance Pro for another $1,700. That carbon package for $3,100. The executive package for another $1,850. M Drive Professional for $900. We'll talk about that momentarily. The carbon fiber silver thread trim is $300. Everything else included, and we do have a pretty large gas guzzler tax of $2,600. Now the M8 also has one. It's only $1,000, and it's mostly because of that MPG. So it's 14 miles per gallon. This is a performance hybrid, not like a 330e where you try and get extra range out of it. It is definitely possible though. All right, so all told, MSRP, this particular example, $131,125. Let's talk about the driving modes. We go into the setup here. All right, so we're gonna go to the M hybrid button here. And you notice with Driving Assistance Pro, you have 2 more settings here. So you have Dynamic and Dynamic Plus. Now, you can think of Dynamic Plus as a qualifying mode, if you will, and Dynamic as an endurance racer mode. We're going to make most use of the electric power available to you. Hybrid mode will reduce that a little bit. E-control, that is your basically your battery hold, if you will. You can change the target of where you want the charging for the battery to be. And then, of course, full electric button. That, of course, is not available right now because I don't even have a kilowatt hour of battery power in here. All right, so one thing to be wary of is it does not have comfort access on the rear doors. I guess a big complaint on that from many of the reviews I've seen. The reason it doesn't have it is it's got ultra wideband technology, meaning passive entry comfort access. I have turned that off right now. But if you had your phone set up as a key, or even with the key fob itself, as you approach the vehicle, you can have it unlock, and that would unlock all doors if you have it set up that way, and lock as you walk away, either with a phone or your key fob. Of course, I did not open it or unlock it. So of note, otherwise make sure you unlock all the doors. All right, so here is a view of the rear seats in Silverstone. And Bowers Wilkins sound system in the back. These speakers do light up, I think. Hard to see right now given it's daylight. All right, so here is a view of the cockpit from the back seat. And on the way down, we got vent controls, we have USB-C charging ports, and then standard on this car is option 4 and B. In other words, the climate control zone for the rear is 2-zone as well. It has made its way into the 2026 5 Series for the US market, where you had to previously use BMW individual to get it, but at least it's now on the car as an option. Then back of the seats, you have M badging in case you forget what car you're in. You also have the travel and comfort system and another USB-C charging port in the back of each of the front seats. Knee room, leg room, really, really good. And then headroom, not much of an issue to back the M5. All right, so we're gonna make our way to the back here, and we can use our kick to open feature to take a look at the cargo area. So I'd say it's a pretty good size. Given it's a plug-in hybrid, batteries are under the floor, fuel tank is where it should be in comparison to previous generation plug-in hybrids. So battery size, net capacity is about 14.1 kilowatt hours, giving you approximately 25 miles of range in full electric mode. You do have a flexible fast charger included with it, plus a level 2 adapter, NEMA 1450 plug. Then you got mobility kit over here and a power tailgate, which of course you use kick to close. All right, make our way to the front as we talk more about the plug-in hybrid portion of this M5. So battery size, again, 14.1 kilowatt hours. Charging can be done up to 11 kilowatts on level 2. We're going to make our way to the front and pop that hood. Talk about the power plant, which is technically called the XB1 power plant. And that combines the S68 4.4 liter V8 twin turbo engine with that electric motor. So combined output 717 horsepower, 738 torque. So obviously no slouch in terms of power, but also weighs a lot more than the previous generation F90 M5, about 1,000 pounds more. But plenty of power, and by itself the V8 is rated at I think 577 horsepower and 553 torques. So plenty of power in this car. And then you can see those fender flares front and rear. Really aggressive looking M5. But that's it for a quick look at another 2025 M5. And we do have a couple individual colors coming in. And of course, M5 Touring when it does arrive. More on that in the near future. So see you at the next video.